golf. A lot of these lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Arizona Cardinals. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Pass!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out. And right away, he lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
All right, here we go.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Room to run past midfield. Throwing right, and that's complete. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Jackson from the shotgun. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he had a nifty little deep juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Jonathan Hankins busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Jackson on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, man, it's complete. Williams, his first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. A play fake as they set up to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Cole. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
No, check, Patriots!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now let's go. 319. 319. Hot.
He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw again. And it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
4 down, check. Hurry up, here we go. 319.
Back to throw here. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive. And finally, I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him. Made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They'll set up a throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk from 8 yards out. And the Cardinals are in for 6. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and he absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On second down, here's Jackson. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
Jackson on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will take over over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. He already had the one fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they might start thinking about maybe someone different in that position.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They're going to look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Cardinals on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He'll look to throw. He's got his man in the crossing route. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Looking to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On second down, Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here we go now.
Back to throw now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
They'll look to throw. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 14-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Now it's Wilson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Here's Jackson to throw again. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And Jackson throwing once more. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Myles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the score.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Myles Jack there to make the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. A give to Jones. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the gun, Jackson. He's got Evans. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Jackson. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From midfield now, here's Jackson. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Over the middle to Evans. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Jackson will throw again. This will be caught at about the 6. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones punching it in from a yard away. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play caller. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
It's caught on the right side, Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. They'll hand it off now. Williams looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said,
play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cole. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Damian Williams, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Now Jackson on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Detroit! Detroit!
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he comes back with one complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. In for the score. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. So very late in the game here, but with that score, some light at the end of the tunnel.
There's still hope. Now they look at the score and say, hold on a second. This thing's not over yet. Let's keep battling.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute it.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Howard. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green!
Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. One back in the game. That's Jones. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with time running out. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They go play action here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cole. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Back to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
In a 2-minute drill, we often talk about taking care of the football, but sometimes it's just a matter of who wants it more. How about him going up top on a 50-50 ball and taking it away for a big play?
So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. This for a trip to the Super Bowl. And this one is no good. He missed it. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, the game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score,
the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And on the ground they go with a running back. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl. What do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? And it looks like Green Bay's got this thing. From Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse, that gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre with the Vikings has the destiny, but they're in New Orleans. It's the Saints, and they get it done. And in overtime, go on to the Super Bowl. They won now, and they beat the Colts, correct?
Yep. A couple of the more memorable ones for sure. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT. You've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And they'll run it here. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we can go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the Magic of that stadium in that freezing, bitterly cold game and got it done there?
Yeah, it was 2008. It was absolutely freezing, and they went on to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl that year. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped, and I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead down there and try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the west.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Jackson over the middle, complete. That's Evans. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Third and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, Green 39.
Jackson from the shotgun. Open man has got one. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's up north of 100 yards receiving now in this NFC Championship game. And it's a first down. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. Kind of the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And now the Cardinals are going to use another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation.
To throw is Jackson. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Now Jones. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
1 back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll get it up the middle. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Another chance to maybe end it right here. This is 3rd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown in overtime. And they are Super Bowl bound. Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same tough stuff, and find their way back and give themselves a chance to win this game again next year.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.